Hey guys, you here, Gene. Welcome back to another GTA 5 expanded and enhanced version gameplay footage on the PlayStation 5. If you just noticed there was a delayed harmonic start. What is harmonic start? It is a very cool way and a very simplified way to start a race without causing much of a collision at the start, and that problem was solved through Jazz Racing, from racing with those guys, from playlist after playlist, from several live streams. It really does help the outcome of the first couple laps and people settle into the race without a massive collision. Now, with that being said, I do miss the massive takeouts at the start where someone misses their braking points and 10 cars go off the course, because that creates moments and memories. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. How is this version of the game so far? As we all know, a lot of people do not have access to this version of the game for the new consoles, as the new consoles itself are inaccessible. So with that being said, just the other day I saw about 27 players still on the PlayStation 4 in a lobby for a playlist, whereas I was struggling to get over 10 players in for a PlayStation 5 lobby. Now that speaks a lot, even after a couple of weeks or several weeks now, since, well, almost 2 months now, isn't it, since it's been released. You know, we just don't have as many players as we expected. And you know, that's all primarily due to the lack of stock for PlayStation 5, not necessarily because of the whole character transfer controversy, because we still have people who've come over from the PlayStation 4 with like new accounts and have taken part in races. Because remember, when we do playlist racing, we put on GTA 5 mode so people can share across their cars. However, the exception is for the HSW mods, where there is an issue where you can't really share the customization modifications of that. Now, I think that's purposely done because I think people want people to take part in HSW events and for them to unlock it themselves. But there's also another theory that Rockstar's just had enough of people getting cars for free with other people. But anyway, point is, right, what do I think of this game so far? Or, well, this version. Quite frankly, let's put it this way, right? Besides the whole issue with the stock of the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox, look, this is by far the smoothest and the most enjoyable in terms of therapy I've had for playing this game, or whether that's just like enjoying the scenic views in the distance, the render resolution, the smoothness of the 60 FPS, the timing of my brakes. Whoa! Speaking of timing of the brakes, Murphos, what the fish are you doing? Anyway, the thing is, right, this video right here, or this gameplay, you'll see, it's like, I personally, right, you gotta understand, I personally don't get the opportunity to play this game as often as I used to. And with that being said, to be able to come back and just get into grips with things right off the bat, it really shows the level of detail that this console and this version of the game goes into. Because it ain't me, right? It's simply the response the game gives me with the input that I give in. So, like, on the PlayStation 4, there is a lot more consequence, even though you're doing the right thing, purely because there's a lot more distraction. Whether that is the inappropriate frame rate, the lack of predictability, and that's another thing, right? Because this game and this version has fixed frame rate for every single person in the lobby, it creates the same outcome in terms of what people want to input. So, like, for instance, when I brake on my screen and another guy brakes, it will be the exact same response time and the output of that braking point when it comes to the exit entry of a corner. So you get a little bit better synchronization, and that is my point, right? Like, even laps, when it comes to hot lapping, it's a lot more predictable lap after lap to get the same outcome of the brake boosts or the approach of the corner and the straightening out bit and the throttle control and all of that. It's just so smooth. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like this particular car is the Mamba for sports classics. I don't think I barely ever. I think I've used this car a couple times a few years ago, but that's about it. But to be able to come back and get to grips with things on this track from barely driving this car, I think, you know what, it says a lot in terms of what this game and this version of the game is capable of. Applying pressure on Murph here as he gets the overtake. Ooh, that hey belly willy gets him off into the sand. But look, right, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I am still off the pace, but in terms of just going against some of the top guys and really trying to keep up with them, it's been exhilarating. It's been fun, and I've been enjoying the challenge. Just, you know, people setting the bar, setting the pace, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This game is extremely demanding, and there is a big community out there of people that want to be at the top of the pace or the consistency element. But look, the pace in terms of the standards that are set to this day, it's absolutely insane. And some of this would have been unthinkable 10 years ago. Now, that's what really makes me curious. Like, for me, trying hot lap in certain tracks for the guys that set these records, and to think that, wow, now there's a significant difference in the lap time. Before, it used to be like 0.00x millisecond difference, but now we're talking about half a second or 1 second difference in a lap. Even on the short track, that's a huge margin, purely with the variables given through the brake boost. Now, brake boost itself, a lot of people have been put off by, which is completely understandable. But you got to remember, given the responsiveness of this new generation and this new version, it's actually quite easy to learn and grasp the whole concept and to repeatedly do it. It's just a matter of practice, of course. Like, if I was to personally do a lap on a track over and over again, you will realize there's certain, not just the braking points, not just the approach, but it's just the whole throttling, it's the whole number of flicks that you have for the analog stick itself. You can really combine and calculate and really theory craft the whole aspect, and that is the beauty of it. Now, I wish I had more time to play this game, right? But from all the hours that I've had available to play it, I've enjoyed every single minute. Sure, I've got my frustrations where I get taken out here and there, but the overall element of there's a lot more people that are a lot more educated now in terms of the racing scene, and a lot more people clued up in terms of just coming on and just listening, just getting into the grid and just being in sync, you know. And like, there's no stress in, like, you know, being on the edge of someone that is going to blow everyone up mid-race or for a slick mine here and there. There's the level of maturity in the community that has expanded and enhanced, quite frankly, and that is quite nice to see. And from a personal standpoint, it is really therapeutic to come on and just get straight into it. But I do wish eventually my goal is to get 30 players into a playlist and to get some racing going, because it will be nice to see that amount of cars and to see how these consoles can handle that with this 60 FPS and to really see how just the perspective of seeing 29 cars ahead of me, you know, and making your way through the pack, and that itself, it's gonna be fun, and I hope to see more people coming on, and I do really hope you guys take part in every opportunity that comes by for the PlayStation 5. I know it's quite restricted to this particular console, as that's what I currently own and play. I know a lot of you guys are on the PC doing the 5M servers and other genres of options, but currently I'm quite happy with this current version, and you know, if you guys do want to take part in the PlayStation 5 expanded and enhanced, simply join the Discord server, and whenever I stream, I will give you guys a notification. Usually 7:30 p.m. onwards UK time, midweek, Monday to Friday. So just keep an eye out for that. So I do appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel as always to this day. For the OG people, for your newcomers, I do appreciate you guys tuning in, checking it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that intense race of defending against Murph. It was a hell of a sweat and challenge. Thanks for watching, Shaggy. Good night, peace. Yeah!